SAG-AFTRA files unfair labor practice complaint due to AI Darth Vader. Now, what is this in? If you play Fortnite, is it Fortnite?
Yes, Fortnite.
Yes,
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yes, Fortnite. I'm a
They
big
currently have
fan
a
of it.
Star Wars edition going on. where you
I
can
was
play it.
fine with it until I realized what it really was. So I thought it was just an NPC that follows you around and says canned lines. It is an actual AI chatbot that uses like the Vader voice, like the re-speecher version, to say things, and you can already guess the fun things that they've had Vader say.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
the
tricking
internet.
it into
Yep.
conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, so an AI Vader you can talk to, comments on your username. I've heard a lot of clips. Maybe we'll find some clips here we can play.
Skibbity toilet, Chris.
But
It's not-
I love Skibbity Toilet.
So does Vader.
he says it. He says "Skibberdy toilet."
It says
Oh
a
my
little
God.
fun. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think of this? SAG-AFTRA's comment on this. I don't know if you have the notes.
Yes, I do.
Badger.
Um,
Go ahead.
Fortnite has found itself at the heart of a growing labor dispute after SAG-AFTRA filed an unfair labor practice charge against Llama Productions, an Epic Games subsidiary, for using an AI-generated voice of Darth Vader without union consultation. So the voice mimics the legendary tones of James Earl Jones, prompting both admiration and outrage. While Jones' family approved of the use, so the family approved of it, the use of the voice to preserve the legacy of the character for future generations, the union argues that the unilateral replacement of human performers with synthetic voices violates labor rights and undermines the livelihoods of working actors. They emphasize that while technology can be embraced, it must be implemented through negotiation and mutual respect for human labor.
But didn't James Earl Jones sell the rights to his voice for Disney?
He
in perpetuity
did, and
throughout
they
the
use it
universe?
all
did.
the time,
He
that
did.
re-speecher for
Yeah.
his voice. But this
In fact,
is
I have the
separate.
statement. I have the statement from the Jones family about the Fortnite use. It says James Earl felt that the voice of Darth Vader was inseparable from the story of Star Wars, and he always wanted fans of all ages to continue to experience it. We hope that this collaboration with Fortnite will allow both longtime fans of Darth Vader and newer generations to share the enjoyment of this iconic character.
So
Yeah.
the thing that SAG-AFTRA is arguing here, and I think this has to do with Duncan Crabtree Ireland, who has not been very helpful with SAG-AFTRA, because they're trying to imply that it's okay to sell the voice, but you need an actor to actually do it so that that is what's being replaced by the AI version. But they didn't negotiate that as what was recommended by a lot of the writers of the Writers Guild to the actors when they're during their strike for protections of that. Duncan Crabtree Ireland screwed the pooch again because he's a terrible representative for SAG-AFTRA. And now, because he's been called out on it, I think he might be one of the people in response to filing this suit, because he did not have the foresight to realize what it was he was negotiating beforehand. But
If the
guess
family
what?
said
James Earl
okay.
Jones, he owned the rights. He has passed away. Before he did that, he sold them outright with regards to specifics of Darth Vader to Disney for them to license and do with whatever they please.
Yep.
Yeah, it's also Fortnite. This is not a Disney production. It's not, it is literally, he did this. The family said it's okay.
Yeah. I think also SAG-AFTRA is still technically striking against video games right now because they haven't got a proper negotiation. So there was
more
on
of
top of
this.
it as well. Yeah.
It says the complaint marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over digital replication and entertainment. The grievance underscores a broader concern. Who controls the future of artistic performance, creatives or corporations?
Well, James Earl Jones controlled the future of his own voice.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. It's his voice.
I mean, he made the deal and sold it to Disney.
I
This
think they're
seems like
trying
a
to make the
symbology
argument.
thing.
Who I can't remember the name, but the argument for the actor who played Grand Moff Tarkin, but it was digitally physically replaced, and then the voice was kind of altered to better
Cushing.
match that. Yeah,
Peter Cushing.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, who plays? Yeah, but there's another actor that played him and did the performance, and then
Oh,
they put
right.
Cushing's over top of
Wayne
it.
Pilgrim. Not this. Yeah, he's the guy that plays also, and he's like Scorpius and
Scorpion. Yeah, he's a couple of other characters. So they're trying to argue that you can put an actor in there, they can do the performance, and then you just modify it so that it fits the art of the voice that was copied into. That's what they're trying to do. But again, as I said earlier, Duncan Crabtree Ireland did not negotiate that as a stipulation with their contract. So he dropped the ball there, and he's trying to correct it with this lawsuit. If he is indeed one of the people involved in the lawsuit, which I suspect he would be.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go back to the negotiating table next year to get that fixed, and it's gonna be hard because you screwed it the first time.
Here's
And-
the thing here's the thing that stuck out to me in this statement that SAG put out. Midway through the first paragraph, it says, however, this is SAG-AFTRA, we must protect our right to bargain terms and conditions around uses of voice that replace the work of our members. It just came across as they didn't come to us. They just went and did this thing and didn't even bother to involve SAG in it.
But they were well within their right to do so because James Earl Jones and his estate already took care of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the point.
Right, but it's sour grapes. It's like, well,
Yes.
you did it, but you didn't even, so now we're going to sue you because you didn't come to us.
There's this other actor who can do a great James Earl Jones impression. If you combined him with his artificial voice, it would have been very authentic. But no, you didn't come
It's
to
also
us. Well, he didn't
beyond
have
the scope of another actor because it's an AI bot that's on the fly generating. It's not, what are you going to have to
be
do?
done
Have
in
an
real
actor
time.
sit there and say 20,000 words? And no.
I know,
See,
yeah.
right.
This is what's going to happen. I mean, we're going to live in some really weird, crazy times. But in the case of this, James Earl Jones sold his voice. His estate gets to benefit. His family benefits. There's probably a per use fee or something, maybe. Like every time they use it, they have to pay
License
some kind of
renting or something.
something. They have an overall, but they have to pay on a per project basis or something like that, which I think is very smart for a character like Darth Vader because Darth Vader will be Darth Vader forever. And like what James Earl Jones's family said, that's exactly what he was looking for. And I think that SAG should pay attention to actors that are alive today. I mean, the character of Darth Vader is now off the table. And that's something that was done legally. It was done up front. It was done at the behest of the actor. I think that's the way it should be done.
Ian McKellen Gandalf, how long before he sells his voice to be? I was like, I'm joking, but I'm not joking now because
just for clarity, it's not his voice he sold. It was the Darth Vader voice that he sold.
Right.
It's not like
Yes.
not like you can go and do James Earl Jones in anything.
Right.
Yeah, he's not going to be doing it, showing up in The Lion King again, unless
Yeah,
they
and
decide to put Darth Vader in The Lion King.
The difference is Disney owns the character of Darth Vader,
Right.
whereas Gandalf is not owned by Warner Brothers or New Line.
Well, this is going to be interesting going forward, like what it means for other maybe deceased actors like James Dean, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, those are licensed actors that sell merch. Will we see James Dean in a new movie, an AI version?
Well, he never got to. He himself never got to say that was okay.
Well, that's true, but
I mean that would
But
be
there's an estate.
the
yeah.
estate-
There, but I mean I think, and that's an ethical question we're going to have to grapple
Yes.
with.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So it's unanswered, but Darth Vader is an iconic villain, maybe the greatest movie villain of all time, period.
Yeah.
So this is unique, but it sets an interesting precedent.